To edit our font tender, we'll first go to project page. Now we click at the project progress checklist yellow section here, and we have edit font tender. So either you click view here and you direct you to the font tender page, or you can go to tendering. So depending on the status of the project, either recommendation tender, list of tender, or calling tender. And then we have the font tender section here also. So click view, and also it will direct you to the form tender page. So this is where you can actually amend or edit your font tender. So header, if you want to edit, you just click edit here, and then you can edit your header and just click save. And then we have address also. So address and header is more or less the same. Let's focus on clauses here. Click edit. So clauses here, depending on the template that has been set for your project, or the default template that has been set, so it will differ from different clients or different server. So this is what we have as a sample. So when you have these clauses, we can still do our amendments, whereby if let's say we want to amend our clause in terms of sequence, we can drag this gray box here. So you can actually drag it down or even indent it like this, so it will be like a sub clause. Or if let's say you want to amend on the description itself of the clauses, let's say you drag this one up first. Let's say you want to amend on the description itself, just click at the clause and then you can actually amend the clauses here. If let's say you want to delete, you can delete. And if let's say you want to add in new descriptions, so you can actually add in the description. If let's say you want to add a new clause in general, so we can either add clause like this, so it will actually add up at the bottom here, or if you want, you can also click add new clause, so it will appear at the top. So you will still be able to drag it down to the level that we want to move it to. Right, so this is on the clauses. You can do all the necessary adjustments to the clauses to cater for your project. Click save. And then next we have tender alternatives, so click edit. So in terms of tender alternatives in build space, we will not be able to amend on the description of the tender alternatives, but we can select more than one tender alternative to cater for our project. So we can actually select by checking the tender alternatives that we want to use. So let's uncheck this one. So I'll just be having two. Let's say I have two tender alternatives. We have base tender with a fixed overall completion period, and then let's say we have contractor's own completion period also with adjustments, and then I can just click save down here. So once I click save, I can actually print it out, take a look what it will look like. So once you print it out, it will be in PDF formatting. So whatever figures here, so in terms of the rates and also the completion period, it will depend. So in terms of completion period, fixed overall completion period, it will depend with the list of tender. Alright, so at the list of tender, they actually have to set how much, what is the completion period, either in months or years. Alright, so they can actually set accordingly. And then in terms of the rates here, it will actually automatically be generated once the tenders submit their tender rates along with the contractor's own completion period with adjustments if there are any, right? So we can actually select what tender alternatives that we want to use for our project, right? And then we have the settings here. So settings is the section where you can actually select or set the font tender settings in terms of the font size, the margins, whether to include or exclude the horizontal line after header, the header spacing, title, footer text, and also footer font size. So just click save. And lastly, we have the logs. So the logs basically is just detect when was the font tender last edited, and then by who and what is the time. So you can actually detect accordingly over here. We have all the logs tracing all these changes made to the font tender. Right, so that's how you can edit your font tender in build space.